Igbos are the only people on this planet Earth who can help themselves. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come again today. This is EWNS Media, and your own person here, Mr. Iwe. The topic today is it true that Igbo people do not help each other? Let us look into this matter and find out if it is true. An Igbo man, as far as I'm concerned, is a man who always wants a way for himself and for his people, his family, and people around him. Anywhere in the whole part of the world, if you see an Igbo man, he is a man that is always ready to help and assist, to give out. When you describe the ethnic groups that make up Nigerian society, Igbos are always being described in this way, that they are egalitarian society. If somebody really don't understand, go to your dictionary and find out what egalitarian society means. Everybody believes that everybody is equal with him. That's why Igbo people use this word, Igbo. That doesn't mean Igbo means Igbos do not have king. That does not mean that Igbos do not actually have kings. We do, but we don't have this kind of kings that you have to bow down, you have to roll on ground, you have to sell your cow or your yam band to feed the king. No, we don't. But we know that we have kings. Let me remind you, you say Igbos, they do not help one another, right? Okay. How did Igbos turn their 20 pounds into millions, making every family in Igbo land must have one uncle or two uncles or one child or two children who are millionaires? Because when people argue, when they say that Igbos are the richest ethnic group in Nigeria, people do argue it. But it's not a lie. Igbos are the richest people in Nigeria because they have concentrated rich men and women. Every family you go in Igbo land, there is a millionaire there. We talk about Dangote in the north, Adenuga in the west, who are billionaires and this and that. We have billionaires in the east too, but you may not say that they are as rich as that. But when you talk about our brother called Ato Eze, he's not a noise maker. But when you check his net worth, you will find out whether he's a billionaire in dollars or not. What am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is that when Nigerian government or Nigerian authority left us with nothing but 20 pounds, do you know how we turned that 20 pounds to millions? If we weren't helping ourselves, can only person turn his own 20 pounds to millions? No, it is impossible. So what happened? Somebody with 20 pounds will take somebody without 20 pounds from one family to the city where he's staying. With the little that he's doing, they will start working, hustling together until that 20 pounds is turned to 1,000 pounds. After it is turned to 1,000 pounds after some years, the man with 20 pounds, which his money has now expanded, will settle the guy who was helping him. After a while, the one that was helping him, who has now been settled, will go to his village or another state entirely and bring another person into his own shop taught him how to do business. After some years, he also settled him. That is how it has been going. That's spread along everywhere, and we have been doing that up to date. Igbo people have been practicing that up to date. Apprenticing is something that Igbo people use to build themselves. Igbo people use to create wealth for themselves. Igbo people use to become who they are today. But some people, when you talk to them, they say, oh, that time the apprenticing is slavery and this and that. Apprenticism is not a slavery. You are apprentice for somebody in shop. He feeds you, he clothes you, he puts shelter over your head, he gives you all the necessary amenities that you need to survive and live your life good. Go to market, come back in the evening, take your shower, eat, go to bed, wake up in the morning, and the same thing goes until the years you people agreed on. Then you will be settled. Some bosses will go to the extent of finding a shop for you, putting in counters for you, then give you the money. At times, he will align you with his own contacts and even give you some part of his customers for you to grow. After some months, you now see yourself, and then you go to another village, or you send somebody that you know, please, when you go to so village, when you go to your village, help me find a guy that will be under me, that will be serving me. And then the person will do the same. Person will come, they will serve. After years, the person is settled. You know, people always ask, how do Igbos actually make it anywhere they go? This is the secret. The secret is because Igbos don't just stand up and start doing something. If the person does not become an apprentice under somebody to be settled after some years, then it means that the person may have a family background where they can raise some fund for him to start business. But before he starts that business, he will still go under somebody and learn that particular trade that he wants to invest on before he starts the business. But now you say Igbo people do not help themselves. Look at this at this point. You wake up one day, you go to your uncle's house and tell your uncle that I want to start a business. Your uncle will ask you, what type of business do you want to start? Then you start talking, I want to do this one, I want to do this one. Then the uncle, who have more experience than you, will not tell you, okay, now what happens is that go and learn this business, and after you are done, then I will see what I can do for you. You now tell your uncle, I just need the money so that if I get the money, I will start. Don't worry, I can do the business. Then your uncle will now tell you, okay, go and come. When you go and come, your uncle won't pick interest on you anymore. Because why? There is no way he will just dip hand into his pocket and give to you for you to start the business that he did not learn. And the people of this new generation are fond of that. They are fond of, they just stand up, they ask you for money to start something that they do not even have any idea of. Just because they see another person doing well in that particular venture doesn't mean that you can do it. So if I have money and you approach me that I want to do a business and you have not retrained yourself on that particular business, there is no way I'll just dip hand into my pocket and give you the money for you to do that business, for you to go into that business. Definitely, I know that the money will go down the drain. So if you are talking about Igbo people are not helping each other, think deep, because this statement is not just like the way it sounds. It is too deep. Igbos are the only people on this planet Earth who can help themselves. Igbos. Check this picture here. Check this picture on the screen. You will see this example. Is in Igbo land in those years that a community will bring out a guy or a girl who is smart, and the community will contribute money to send the person abroad to study a particular course so that the particular person will come back and represent them in the government. If you look at this picture, you see what it portrays. Check this picture here too. These are the attitudes of egalitarian society. Igbos work together to achieve one purpose. It's in Igbo land that community come out to contribute money to build a road for themselves. It's in Igbo land that the community come together to contribute money to install lights for themselves. It's in Igbo land that community come together to build a house for somebody who is handicapped. Community will come together, contribute money and build a house for such a person. How plenty things. The people, if you're Hausa man, if you're a Yoruba man who have lived in Igbo land before, who have lived very close with an Igbo man or with Igbo people, you will understand what I'm saying. Anybody who is telling you that Igbo people do not like helping each other, this is a lie. It's a capital lie. When they say Igbo people hate themselves, it's a capital lie. Capital lie. Igbo people can live up to 30 in one room. When the day is done, everybody goes his way just to hustle and come back in the evening. You just find a place to sleep, and then the next day you are off for hustling, and then you come back there. It continues until everybody starts living one by one, when you have maybe find something or a way out. If you have not lived in Igbo land, if you have not been with Igbo people, don't talk anything about Igbo people, because there is nothing you know about them. We are very strong-minded people and very united. We are Igbos that when you see us outside, we are different outside than where we come from. Outside, we are there to make money. We are there to do business. So don't play with us. We come from the best place ever. Where I live, if I meet the elderly people and introduce myself as an Igbo man, I am seen differently. Differently in a way that they show me love. For sure. They show me love. I've had that experience with different people in this country that I live. Just say that an Igbo man, you are an Igbo man, they'll start telling you stories of their people, the history of their people who have lived in Igbo. Look at how they were treated good. They came back home happy, this and that. You say we don't help each other. Which if we don't help each other, which people now in Nigeria that do help each other? You think it's Hausa? You think it's Yoruba? It's a lie. It's a capital lie. If Igbo man, the reason why you see Igbos everywhere in Nigeria is because once one person comes to a particular community and he finds out that social kind of business works there, the next thing is that when he travels back to the east or he travels back to wherever the location, back to his home, he will tell his friends that this place where I am right now, the business, social kind of business is moving there. Social kind of business is going on there well. Say, bros, but what you have to do is, you have to, if you want to start social kind of business, look at the kind of money that you need. Then the person will now know that where his friend is doing his business, that social kind of business is working there. Within some months, he will be able to raise funds, whichever way, and then join that his friend in that location. And he will have his own shop within and be doing business. Before you know what is going on, they will communicate another guy, another Igbo guy. There is one business that we will see that is going here. That is, before you know what's happening, you see hundreds of Igbos in that area. And you say Igbo people do not help each other, that Igbo people do not love each other. Do you think that it is when you count billions of naira to give to somebody that is love? Is that what you call love? If I must prove my love to my brother or any of my brothers or my sisters, I wouldn't give you money. Rather, I will show you a business and introduce you to that business and let you learn it and grow in it and then start making your own money. That is love, and that is how Igbos behave. So all these young people who are moving up and down, who do not want to learn any skill, they come out and they see their uncle who is doing fine. They will now come and demand for money for support. When the uncle look at the person and say, what do you want to do? He cannot defend himself, and he cannot say anything reasonable. Then the uncle will not have interest. Then the next thing, say, my uncle does not like me. He has money, doesn't want to help me. How will he help you when you cannot help yourself? Start helping yourself first before somebody can help you. Stop blaming anybody. When we are so young, we are thinking that our uncle, they are not doing anything to help us. But now we are uncles too. Now we are uncles too. We now understand what our uncles were seeing, what was happening to them. Igbos are the best people on earth. Go and check. Check it very well. That is why we scatter everywhere. Because if we don't love each other, if I come to a place and see business that works, I will not take the next person. I'll just be there. Only me will, will put money here, put money here, put money here, put money here. But no, we don't do that. If I see a good business, I communicate to one of my village guy, one of my classmates, one of my community friend, one of my this, one of my that, somebody from my mother's side or from my father's side, or a friend. I'll bring the person. See that kind of business is moving on here. Go to northern Nigeria, western Nigeria, and you see what is going on. Come to Ghana, go to every other country, go to Cameroon, you see what Igbos are doing there. Do you think one person went there and saw a business and decided to do it alone? If that has been the case, then you wouldn't see all this population of Igbos in those respective locations doing series and different kind of businesses, moving things and changing things, buying land, building. Now in Lagos, they've worked hard enough and acquire land in some strategic places. Now they say they want to revoke the land ownership. Well, fine. That wouldn't stop Igbos from doing the best, being the best, and loving themselves and helping themselves. No matter how you say it, no matter how you argue it, no matter how you agitate it, Igbos must remain on top. Do you know what happened to us? Before the war, it was like a race was set between Igbos, Yoruba, and Hausa. And when they saw that we were running faster, they decided to use tricky way to bring us down, which later involved war. They brought us down. They brought us to our knees because power has always been with them. We were on our knees. Now, they went far and set their own race point and kept us at the back, thinking that now they have held us down, we can't move anymore. But surprisingly to them, we ran, caught up with them, and kept them behind. We moved very far. They are now seeing us very far. They are now hating us, saying all sorts of things. Igbos are this, Igbos are ritualists, Igbos are evil, Igbos are that. They are hating us for nothing. All the plans they made to bring Igbo man down failed. That is why you are seeing all these things. Whatever people say about Igbos, don't listen to them. It is just jealousy, enviousness, and hatred, which was actually politically influenced. It is a politically motivated attitude towards Igbos, that even the people who are hating us, even the people who are saying all sorts of things against us, do not even know the reasons why they are saying it. But when you meet a Yoruba man one-on-one, you meet an Hausa man one-on-one, normally, the relationship is always there. But let's end it here. Say your own view according to your own understanding and preferences and references. Comment. Please share this and follow us on all our social media platforms. And remain blessed. Keep on preaching peace. Don't preach hate. Don't allow anybody to deceive you. We are one Nigeria, we are one Africans. And love must always be the only thing, the only way out to survive. Thank you very much. See you on another episode.